I got all the fucking work I need. I got all the fucking work I need.
I think it was maybe a case of the Mondays. I had started off my week and I expected to hit 4 stores that day. But I get into the first store, I go to the garden department, and the block aisle is a disaster. My name is Ralph Frith, and I work for Sandbox Stone Retail. We represent concrete block, patio pavers, retaining wall, fencing, concrete mixes. I am a merchandiser. I build the displays. I stock the shelves. I print the labels. I make sure they order what my company wants them to order. I handle multiple stores and I do it very well. And then Higgins.
My name is James Higgins. I used to work for Stonewall Stones. We are a leading brand in all brick, concrete, stone patios, walkways, and walls all over the continental United States. I first met Ralph Frith many years ago. He was working for Sandbox Stone.
He was a horrible man. He did truly terrible things. As I'm a consummate professional in this business, I just want to go in and do my work. This man would deliberately go out of his way to bother me, make my life a living hell.
It was all in good fun, just a little ribbon. I just wanted to mess with him sometimes. You can't take life too seriously.
I never had a problem with Higgins. I don't know why he hated me.
Especially when you're at work, you gotta just enjoy yourself, have a good time. All we're doing is working with stones.
I spent the whole day fixing this mess at this store. I stacked the pallets, I got everything stocked, I pulled out the broken blocks, I filled the catalogs, I Windexed the catalog holders.
I don't know what was going on with him that day. I guess he just had a case of the Mondays.
I had the place looking perfect. I was ready to get out of there, and he did it. The one thing you don't do in this business,
All I did was rip the label off.
you don't mess with the label. How are you going to sell the merchandise if you don't have a label? And he had the audacity to rip that label off.
It's not like I fucked his dog or something.
That's a no-no.
I ripped that label off and he went nuts.
I don't know. Maybe it was that smug look he gave me. But at that moment, I picked up the bag of rocks and I slammed it over his head.
It didn't hurt too much, but I kinda lost it.
It's been said he was coming at me with a flurry of combinations.
And I had the lefts, the rights, the combos, the uppercuts, I had them going.
But I was just biding my time, waiting to just sock him in the nose with the left.
And that's when that left came in. Now I didn't see that left coming. And that left hurt.
And then he came at me with an axe.
Now I'll admit, maybe I went a little too far in this situation.
He just took it to that different place.
That's when it went real crazy.
I fought him everywhere, from the garden, to the appliances, to lumber,
The hardware section.
to millwork,
We fought light bulbs,
a brief moment into the bathrooms,
home furnishings,
at the key making station.
home appliances.
We fought from end to store,
We used axes.
paint cans,
We used saws.
blenders,
We used hammers.
screws of every shape and variety,
We used refrigerator doors.
and plants,
Bashed his head into a turtle.
and other things you wouldn't think possible. Kiddie pools,
Scratched each other's bodies with sandpaper.
and pool chemicals,
Hit each other with lumber.
washing machines,
Nail guns.
and pond pumps.
He tried to get on a forklift.
Of course, I don't know how to use a forklift, but if I had, I would have. Everything coming from every different direction. It was a blur as this fight raged on between me and Higgins. Finally, after the battle had died down and it just became too much, the store personnel had gathered around and decided that it was time for us to go.
When I guess the store employees had enough of us. They all circled around us. They separated us.
They escorted us out of the building.
Everybody's looking at us.
Unfortunately, they called the police. It was there I knew I would be terminated.
I got a call a couple days later from my boss. tell me he's gonna let my ass go. So I was out of a job.
It was the worst day of my life.
How are things going now?
Well, things aren't too bad. I haven't had a job since, but that's okay. My wife's a lawyer. She's the one who makes the money.
So what are you doing now?
Well, as you hit a bottom, you have to rise up. And I did just that. I searched for several months. I had been banned from many of the major retail stores around the metropolitan area, but finally I found a job as a flower merchandiser. And there's no better feeling to be responsible for the life of a plant. Now that's the merchandising I wanted to do. You don't know what it is to merchandise life.
Do you have anything to say to Higgins if you had the opportunity?
Higgins, if you're still out there, no hard feelings. I wish you the best of luck.
Okay. Is there anything you'd like to say to Ralph if you had the opportunity?
Yeah, kiss my ass.
I'm happy as can be.